Imagine hearing this on a summer transfer morning. Arsenal are interested in signing from, yes, that Mbappe. The French superstar who keeps producing magic moments and unbelievable performances in Madrid is now being linked with a sensational move to. Football fans around the world are already going crazy online because this would easily become one of the biggest transfers in football history. Mbappe is not just a normal player. He is one of the fastest, most dangerous, and most exciting footballers on the planet right now. Every time he touches the ball, defenders panic. Every time he runs forward, stadiums explode with excitement. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any Arsenal updates on this channel until the next. At Real Madrid, the French captain has already created unforgettable moments. He has scored important goals, saved matches in difficult moments, and shown the world why many people believe he is the future king of football. Fans call him a miracle player because of the way he changes games in seconds. One moment, the match looks impossible. Then Mbappe suddenly appears with a brilliant goal, magical dribble, or unstoppable run. And now imagine that kind of player wearing the Arsenal shirt. The Emirates Stadium would become one of the scariest places in Europe. Premier League defenders would have nightmares trying to stop him. Arsenal fans would completely lose their minds seeing Mbappe attacking alongside the club's young stars. Reports suggest Arsenal are continuing to dream big under manager Mikel Arteta. Over the last few seasons, Arteta has transformed Arsenal into a serious force again. The team plays with confidence, speed, energy, and hunger to win trophies. After years of rebuilding, Arsenal are no longer just fighting for top four. They are now competing with the biggest clubs in Europe and challenging for major titles. And signing a superstar like Mbappe would send a message to the entire football world. Arsenal are ready to dominate again. Social media is already full of reactions. Mbappe at Arsenal? No way! This would destroy the Premier League. Arteta is building a super team. Some fans even started creating edited photos of Mbappe in Arsenal colours, and honestly, it looks terrifying for rival clubs. Mbappe's quality speaks for itself. His pace is unbelievable. His finishing is deadly. His movement without the ball is world-class. And his confidence in big games makes him special. He does not hide during pressure moments. He shines even brighter. At Real Madrid, he has continued proving himself on the biggest stage. Champions League nights, El Clasico pressure, massive title races. Mbappe always looks ready for the challenge. That mentality is exactly what Arsenal need if they want to conquer Europe again. Imagine these scenes. Champions League night at the Emirates. Crowd singing loudly. Mbappe sprinting past defenders. Arteta celebrating on the touchline. And Arsenal fighting for European glory. Of course, a deal like this would not be easy at all. Real Madrid would never want to lose a player of Mbappe's level. He is one of the most valuable footballers in the world, and his transfer fee plus wages would be enormous. Other giant clubs would also dream of signing him. Teams from England, France, and even Saudi Arabia would be ready to offer crazy money. But the fact Arsenal are even being linked with Mbappe shows how much respect the club has earned again under Arteta. A few years ago, Arsenal fans could only dream about signing players like Mbappe. But now, the club is growing stronger every season. Young stars are developing fast, the atmosphere is improving, and Arsenal are once again becoming a destination for elite players. Fans believe Mbappe could become the missing piece that takes Arsenal to another level completely. Imagine his speed combined with Arsenal's attacking style. Imagine defenders trying to stop him while also worrying about Arsenal's creative midfielders and dangerous wingers. It would be chaos for every opponent. Football experts are already debating whether Arsenal could actually pull off such a massive transfer. Some believe it is impossible because of the financial side. Others think football is unpredictable and surprises can happen anytime. One thing is certain. If Arsenal somehow sign Mbappe, the entire football world will stop and watch. Premier League rivals would immediately become nervous. Champions League teams would fear Arsenal again. And Emirates Stadium would become one of the loudest stadiums in Europe every single week. This transfer would change everything. What Arsenal's managers are saying about the possible deal. The football world is still going crazy after reports linked Arsenal with a shocking move for Real Madrid superstar Kylian Mbappe. And now fans are desperately trying to understand what's really happening behind the scenes at the club. Could Arsenal actually pull this off? Could Mikel Arteta really convince one of the biggest footballers on the planet to join the Gunners project? Well, according to people close to the situation, Arsenal's managers are treating this situation very seriously. Even though everyone understands how difficult the transfer would be, the club reportedly believes that dreaming big is now part of Arsenal's identity again. Inside the club, there is massive respect for Mbappe's talent. The Arsenal coaching staff see him as the kind of player who can completely transform a team overnight. They believe he's not just a superstar for marketing or social media attention. They believe he's a footballer who can deliver trophies, change games alone, and create fear in every opponent before kickoff even begins. Mikel Arteta is said to be a huge admirer of Mbappe's mentality. One thing Arteta reportedly loves most about Mbappe is his hunger to win. Even after becoming one of the biggest names in football, Mbappe still plays with confidence, aggression, and determination every single game. That mentality is exactly what Arteta wants inside the Arsenal dressing room. Sources close to the club say Arteta believes Arsenal are now entering a new phase. The young project stage is slowly becoming a must-win trophies now stage. And to reach that next level, Arsenal know they may need world-class stars who already understand pressure, big matches, and winning at the highest level. That's why Mbappe's name has become such an exciting topic around the club. People inside Arsenal reportedly believe his arrival would instantly turn the Gunners into one of the strongest teams in Europe. Not just in England, in the entire world. Imagine defenders trying to stop Mbappe, Bukayo Saka, Martin Ødegaard, and Gabriel Martinelli together. That attack would be terrifying. Arteta reportedly sees Mbappe as the perfect modern attacker because he can play in multiple positions. He can play on the left wing, through the middle, or even move freely across the attack. His speed, intelligence, movement, and finishing ability make him almost impossible to predict. And Arsenal love flexible players. Arteta's tactical system depends heavily on movement, quick passing, and aggressive attacking football. Mbappe's style would fit naturally into that kind of system. But Arsenal's managers also understand reality. A deal like this would be incredibly difficult. The financial side alone could become one of the biggest challenges in football history. Mbappe is already one of the highest-paid players in world football, and any club trying to sign him must prepare for enormous wages and massive transfer costs. Still, Arsenal are reportedly not scared by the challenge. Why? Because the club feels stronger now than it has in years. Back in the past, Arsenal might never even dream about competing for players like Mbappe. But things have changed. The club has rebuilt its image under Arteta. Players now see Arsenal as a serious destination again. The Emirates Stadium atmosphere is electric. The team is competing for major trophies. Young stars are improving rapidly. And Arsenal are becoming respected again across Europe. That's why some people inside the club believe Arsenal finally have the power to at least enter conversations for elite-level players. Reports suggest Arsenal's leadership have had discussions about how a player like Mbappe could transform the club commercially as well. Shirt sales, sponsorships, global fan growth, and worldwide attention would explode overnight. But football reasons remain the biggest focus. Arteta reportedly wants players with elite mentality, players who demand success every single season. Mbappe has already played in World Cup finals, Champions League knockout games, and title races under huge pressure. That kind of experience is priceless. One Arsenal insider reportedly described Mbappe as a player who changes the psychology of an entire club. And honestly, that statement makes sense. When superstars arrive, everyone around the team grows in confidence. Fans believe more. Teammates improve. Opponents become nervous. The entire energy of a club changes. That's the kind of impact Arsenal managers believe Mbappe could bring. But they also know this deal cannot happen based on emotion alone.
Arsenal are also focused on something very important behind the scenes, making sure Thomas Partey remains part of the project. The Ghanaian midfielder has once again shown why he is such a valuable player for Arsenal. When Partey is fit and confident, he completely changes the balance of the team. His strength, calmness on the ball, defensive awareness, and ability to control the midfield make him one of the most experienced players in Arteta's squad. Fans know the difference immediately when Partey plays. Arsenal look calmer, stronger, and more organised in midfield. He protects the defence, breaks opposition attacks, and helps the team move forward with confidence. That is exactly why Arsenal are reportedly pushing hard to secure his future, despite all the transfer speculation surrounding him. Over the past months, several clubs have shown interest in Partey. Teams from Europe and Saudi Arabia have all been linked with the midfielder because of his experience and quality. But Arsenal are believed to still value him highly inside the dressing room and on the pitch. Mikel Arteta especially appreciates what Partey brings to the team during big matches. In difficult games where pressure is high, Partey's experience becomes extremely important. He knows how to stay calm, win duels, and control the tempo of the match. Sources close to the club suggest Arsenal do not want to lose leadership and experience while still competing for major trophies, and that is one reason why keeping Partey remains an important discussion behind the scenes. When Arsenal challenge teams like Manchester City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid, players with experience become priceless. Young talent is important, but experienced midfielders who understand pressure moments are just as necessary. Partey has already proven himself in the Premier League and Champions League. He has faced some of the best players in world football and shown he can compete at the highest level. His physical power and intelligence in midfield help Arsenal stay competitive against elite teams. Fans online are already reacting strongly to the reports. Keep Partey at all costs. He's still one of our best midfielders. Arteta knows how important he is. Of course, there are also debates among supporters. Some fans believe Arsenal should move toward younger midfielders for the future, while others feel Partey's experience is too important to lose right now. Football discussions everywhere are exploding. But one thing is clear, Arteta still trusts Partey. The Arsenal manager has spoken many times about building a balanced squad, a mix of youth, energy, creativity, and leadership. Partey fits perfectly into that vision because of the calmness he brings during intense matches. Imagine Arsenal going into another massive Champions League night. The pressure is high, the stadium is loud, the opponents are attacking hard, and Partey is there controlling the midfield like a leader. That kind of presence cannot be replaced easily. At his best, Partey can dominate games physically and mentally. He wins important tackles, intercepts dangerous passes, and starts attacking moves with smart passing. His ability to turn defense into attack quickly is one reason Arsenal becomes so dangerous when he plays. Many football experts believe Arsenal's title ambitions become stronger when Partey stays fit. His partnership with Arsenal's creative midfielders gives the team balance between attack and defense. Without balance, even talented teams can struggle during long seasons. Another reason Arsenal are pushing hard to keep him is squad depth. Modern football seasons are brutal. Injuries, suspensions, and fixture congestion mean clubs need experienced players ready for every competition. Arsenal want to compete in the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and other tournaments all at the same time. That requires strong depth. The dressing room influence of Partey is also important. Younger players can learn a lot from his experience and professionalism. Leaders inside successful squads are often just as important as stars on the pitch. Meanwhile, transfer rumours continue spreading daily. Some reports claim clubs outside England are monitoring the situation closely, hoping Arsenal might eventually allow him to leave. Saudi clubs especially are always looking for experienced world-class players, but Arsenal do not appear ready to let go easily. The club knows they are entering one of the most important periods of the Arteta era. Fans are dreaming about Premier League titles and Champions League glory again. Losing experienced players at the wrong moment could hurt the team's progress. That's latest news today found. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any Arsenal updates on this channel until the next.